Supercell employee reveals the most popular mode. The results may shock you. Pin packs no longer being offered to certain players. Last but not least, there is huge controversy with CRL 2021. Find out everything tonight at 9. My name is OJ, and this is the JC News Network. This show was brought to you by Code OJ. It expires every 7 days, so thank you everyone. RC coming in clutch with these tips. Like Rico, it increases range, but unlike Rico, the boost in range is around 1.66 to 2 tiles instead of 0.33. Sprout can pick up a lot of nice kills doing this while other players retreat. What? He bounced it off onto the tick. That's actually a really good tip. He's saying this is obvious? No way. Sprout tip number 2. Some less obvious wall placements on competitive maps. Oh, look how much it blocks. That blocks like 7 tiles. And then on here, it blocks the entire lane. Oh my goodness. Frank from Supercell reveals that showdown modes are the most popular. Showdown duos being number 1, showdown solos being number 2, Brawl Ball being number 3. I suspect that's because a lot of people play that competitively, and it's just really fast, easy games back to back to back to back. Gem Grab being number 4, that's one of my personal favorites. Bounty being number 5, High 6, Hot Zone 7, and Siege being 8. Siege is a little complex, and I can see why it's not the highest ranked mode there. I love these Brawl facts. Almost 50% of all players every day play at least one round of showdown duos. The Queso Cup, we have $5,000 Euro for first place. Ooh, 16,000 euros for the Queso Cup. That's amazing. I should have my own tournament. Mil Molas, $1,000 tournament. Only pro Mil Molas players allowed in the Orange Cup. Maybe even heist mode in Clash Royale. Throwback to when Shelly was in Clash Royale. Heist mode tournament? That'd be so obnoxious. Speaking about hosting these tournaments, we have the casters for the Brawl Stars Championship for 2021. This is looking to be a very solid roster. I love the lineup. Ash has reported that he hasn't had any pin packs show up, very likely because he's already collected all of the rare pins, but he's still missing 90% of the epic pins. How do you collect the epic pins if you've already received all of the rare pins? And why wouldn't it show up anymore? That's so interesting. Pharaoh Brawl shows something very, very interesting. So you line up Colette's super here and it should hit, but it doesn't. And then you line it a little bit lower, but it goes through. Supercell, fix your game. Things are starting to get hot. Hot Zone, that is. Now in the championship challenge for this month. New roster for Mood Gaming. Congratulations to the new roster. That's amazing. Love is in the air in the Brawl Stars subreddit. We have Ems and Serenade Poco. It may not be time for pumpkins, but there is always time for watermelons. The winner for yesterday's map is called 8-Bits Nightmare. That was a great one. Is the Lucky Pouch that popular right now? I love the Cole one. Brawl Stars forever! Behold, the most cursed thing you've ever seen. I mean, if you're making a new account, then Edgar's not going to be unlockable. A Leon notebook. You have the back and the super is active. This is insane. True Gamers 007. You have Pat with the cat, Benton with the swag, Ray with the dance parties, Kairos with the Kairos. Code Kairos in the Power. We're leaving that in there. Lex with the crow, me with the cheese, Nat with the tick, 8-Bit RTX off, RTX on. After the lunar update, not stonks. Lou and Smooth Lou. Ah, yes. Everybody votes for the troll map. But I have not seen Mil Molas in a long time. I'm a little disappointed. I ventured too deep. Let's see what Colette did. Daryl pushed the ball, shot the ball, and she pushed him closer to the ball. That was, oh. What's happening here? B's getting sandwiched by the Nita and the Sprout. 1 health with the honeycoat. Dodges the Sprout. Oh my. Best teamwork. All right, well, what's happening here? This was the old winner map. Oh my gosh. The stun and there. Nanny's going with the super. Gonna warp in. Passes it. Shoots it in. In Clash Royale news, we have pro players playing Royal Recruits with Royal Hogs. It's a skillless deck. I wonder what the deck looks like. Asking for a friend. Oh, wow. This is a Clan War bug. Imagine getting double loon. You got, so this is the battle log. There's the first balloon and the second balloon. CRL 2021 monthly qualifier has officially started. Clash Royale released an emergency update balance where they tweaked the earthquake to reduce the crown damage by 15%, but increased damage to buildings by 16%. Earthquake was really toxic in high-level play because it had the highest damage to elixir ratio. It didn't get the minus 30% spell damage nerf that every other spell received, and this kind of balances it. But in mid-ladder play, everyone on Reddit is talking about how this actually made things worse. But in high-level play, this made things better. Controversial. Well, what do we have here? We have a knight coming in with the skeleton dragons. The balloon's gonna get through, puts a night witch in the very back. The bats are gonna slowly trickle in, but he pulls the witch with the miner, takes out the bats with snowball. The bats and the night witch bats were supposed to take out that balloon. That's an insane play. Using miner to pull the night witch. Oh, so Clash Royale officially started. This seems to be a bit of a mess. There was no official broadcast, only players watching over their friends list. Basically, it's reworked so that it's no longer team-based. You have to qualify for it. You have to finish top 1,000 in ladder. The second stage consists of 4 brackets. Certain players played the same cards over and over, even though this was a new duos format. And then another thing too was that Morton, because one of his opponents had an 11% win rate, Morton finished 9th after Emir and Hugo. Morton, being one of the best players in the history of the game, didn't make it to the next round because of pure bad luck. That doesn't sound right. The first bracket had 108 players. The other bracket had 199 players. Anyone playing in the 4th bracket had a natural disadvantage. That means if you played at a different time, you had a better shot at making it to the next stage. These are certainly some edge case scenarios, but there shouldn't be these kind of scenarios in the first place. So hopefully by next month, they iron these out, especially with the coming updates, and implement more tools to actually duel players and have it so you can't play the same duplicate cards in the duels matches. Maximum Magic Archer value. He just placed it down, takes out the Mega Knight on the right side. Magic Archer gonna take out the minions and the Electro Wizard. Now it's taking out the Skarmy. It's the Magic Archer that just keeps on giving and giving and giving. I don't know why their opponents don't have Fireball. That Magic Archer gets protected by the goblins there, takes out the mini P.E.K.K.A, targets the goblin cage. It's gonna take out the goblin cage before the battle ram connects. Oh my goodness. Now it's targeting onto the prince, takes out the prince, and there's a second Magic Archer on the map. The Magic Archer's still going. It took out the Valkyrie. Now it's in the Mega Knight and the Goblin Bruiser. The Mega Knight's still going and going. Now the Magic Archer's on the right side, taking out the Electro Wizard and the Princess Tower. It's still basically at full health. Takes out the skeleton army, and now it's on the King Tower. This Magic Archer has existed longer than I don't even know. It's just going and going and going and going, and it's going for the King Tower now. That's a lot of damage. I bet someone in the comments will have a calculation of that. Don't at me, OJ. All right, 49 shots on troops, over 9,000 damage to troops, 438 elixir value. That is what we live for. Classic rock paper scissors, Skarmy, P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight. Pretty much this should be like in Arena 1. You should be allowed to get Mega Knight. New card, the Blacksmith. He's a tanky, initially weaker troop, but the longer he lives, the more threatening he is because he's forging a sword. That's kind of cool. Keep the Blacksmith alive. Imagine if it just dealt massive amounts of damage by the end of it if he could live for the whole game. The Blacksmith would be super toxic in Elixir Golem decks with Battle Healer and Heal Spirit. Finally earned 4 days off in this game. What? Why? Oh, he's got 3 Super Mega Ultra Lane chests and a Legendary chest for a 4-day queue timer. Legendary! Leaking the global tournament, confirming that it's going to be triple draft. How in tarnation do you have these cards? That's a gem foil. For perspective, that's the only Ice Golem gem foil in existence. That's 1 of 1 Ice Golem, 1 of 1 gem foil, triple musketeer, 1 of 1 Goblin Hut. 1 in 12,000 Clash Royale packs have that. A box that's $140 retail has 48 packs. Essentially, each of these costs about $15,000 worth of cards to even pull one on average. Not saying they're worth $15,000, but it would cost about $15,000 to receive one at MSRP. Boom, 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 boom. Vampire Cookie with 69 power. Nice. We snipe OJ. We get into his game and start to spin and emote. I say to play normally because it's boring for the viewers. I say to play normally because it's boring. If you snipe me on stream, please, 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 just play normally, play to win. We had one stream where for 20 minutes straight, people were sniping me and just spinning. People aren't tuning in to watch people spin for 20 minutes, so please play normally. Thank you. Before lockdown, after lockdown, I might have gained 20 pounds in the past year. Relatable. Unbreakable walls aren't new. They were in Robo Rumble before beta launch, and they kind of removed it after. So I still haven't seen this in the wild. That's crazy. Jesse got a remodel. Hey, I'm in a YouTube ad. That's cool. I love it when everyone uses Supercell memes. The ones that they created with the graphics or even with talented artists. Red Bull. No. Red Bull. And with that, this is the Juicy News Network episode 14.